Hi friends, Coach Rochelle here. Today I wanted to talk to you about developing strategies to help manage the toughest days of menopause. And by that I mean the toughest days where our stress and anxiety levels are out of control. There's that incredible sense of overwhelm, and we may or may not have that thick brain fog, and we're basically in mental anguish, and we may or may not have some of the other common physical symptoms. And feeling like this is to be expected sometimes because as we go through perimenopause, our ovaries are not producing as much estrogen. And then once we get to postmenopause, which is defined as 12 months with no period, then we're in postmenopause and we're coping with estrogen loss. And of course, our brain, our body, our spirits are going to feel this sometimes. And sometimes it's going to be very tough. So when we're talking about how to manage our tough days, really our first line of defense, our first level of armor in coping with these changes is our lifestyle habits. So our diet and our exercise. That is our level one armor to help us. But even doing that, there will be days when things are just overwhelming and too difficult. So I realized that we need to have that second layer of armor. A couple strategies is a good idea to come up with for dealing with the hardest days. So I have recently had some really, really tough days. And so I'm going to share with you the strategies I used, and then you can kind of adjust them for your own interests. Number one, be patient with yourself. Don't expect as much from yourself as usual. Don't take on the usual demands that you're used to, even if some of the demands that you're doing are things that you love. You need to take a step back and be easy on yourself. Also, let your family and friends know that they can't expect the same level of expectations from you. And also just let them know what you need from them. Let them know what you need them to do to give you some support. Number two is get lost in what feeds your soul. Do you love sketching or painting? Do you love crafting? Do you love creating things with your hands? Do you love music or literature or reading or writing? This is the time to kind of soothe yourself and help yourself heal by doing something creative, something that really nurtures your soul. For me, I love music. I am a choir girl. And so I put on certain types of music that I love, and I keep it very light and happy because I really want to bring myself up. And I find music to be so incredibly healing and therapeutic for me. So look to do those things that really, really, truly feed your soul. Number three, laugh. You know yourself. You know what really sets you off and makes you laugh until your sides hurt and makes you laugh until you're not thinking of any problems. So it might be certain DVDs, it might be certain TV shows, it might be specific playlists you have or certain jokes. Whatever it is, keep it close at hand. This is the time when we really need that boost in the happiness serotonin levels in our brains to really kind of push us to feel better. And laughter, of course, is one of the greatest medicines. For myself, I have certain episodes of I Love Lucy that I love to watch, and I know the ones that will get me going. And so I keep those at hand. So these really tough days will pass, but it's going to be easier for you to get back on your feet and get back to redefining and making menopause a great time for you if you have not only your first level of protection, which is your healthy lifestyle choices, exercise, and your diet, but have these strategies ready for the darkest, toughest days. This will really help you come through it better. And I'd like to add a couple extra points. One is that just because you are feeling terrible, that is not an excuse for you to soothe yourself with food or too much food or junk food. Not okay. Don't go down that path. And if you're somebody who loves training and loves exercise and you are consistent with it, this is a time to take the steps back away from your exercise training. Think of it as a time to really restore yourself. And we have to remember that exercise is stress. It's good stress, but when our bodies are dealing with overwhelm and stress and that mental fatigue and mental anguish, exercise is not what we need because we have high cortisol levels. So this is a time to not worry about that. Take that time to really be easy on yourself. Now, I'd really like to know, what are the strategies that you use? Do you have specific strategies that are set for dealing with your toughest days of menopause? Let me know. I would really love to know in the comments. And I'd really like to say thank you to those of you who are watching and liking and commenting. Thank you so much for subscribing. And go make today a great day, friends. Bye.